Let's go to Bobbi DePorter right now, co-founder and president of SuperCamp, and Bobbi is going to tell us how kids can prepare to go to MIT and Harvard and get that great degree. Bobbi, how are you?
I'm good.
What do you find?
Glad to be here.
Now, you are these super camps are for kids preparing not only for the SATs and for the ACTs, but also just general education skills, right?
Yes, it's lifelong learning because these are skills that you can use all your life. It's about effective reading, writing, thinking, speaking, note-taking. And when kids learn these skills, they do better, and then they feel better about themselves, and it just spirals up.
So kids from 11 to 21 can sign up for this. Now, do I apply, or do they have to be selected to go?
No, students, all students are welcome there. We have straight A to struggling and in between. And most of the students would be your average, just great, B minus, C plus child that comes here. But they learn a lot about themselves and how they learn best. And then they learn specific skills. And then they start having successes, and then that builds that internal motivation, and that's what you're going for.
And Bobbi, these are summer camps, right?
Yes, they are. They're 7 to 10-day experiences that we hold on university campuses across the United States. We're also in 12 other countries as well. So that parents send us their children where they live residential, so they have a university experience. I know you were talking about universities, and it's very different for a junior high or a senior high student to live in the dorm and eat in the cafeteria and really see what it feels like, because it future paces them, and that again adds to that motivation for them to want to give their best effort and try harder.
Bobbi, I have 3 kids. They're young, 9 and under, but you can't help but think about college and getting them in and how competitive it is. And the first thing that I thought of was, I dropped $3 grand. I get my kid in, let's say, Wake Forest summer camp. That has got to look good on a college application when he applies 2 years later.
Well, it does, and it's an academic program as well as life skills, and a lot of students, when they're applying to college, have written about their SuperCamp experience because, they learn a lot about themselves, about how they think, how they learn, how they apply it, and they also look at their values and their direction in life and what they want out of life. And colleges like to read about students thinking about those types of things.
Well, you also have a list of quantifiable results here that those students can put on their applications and say, look, I went to SuperCamp and 68% of us increased our motivation going back to 1982 when you started, 98% user skills afterward. So at least you've been able to give these students for their money the learning, but also, hey, I've got some facts here that can really back this up.
Yes, we always say it's not about the 10-day experience, although most kids say they have the best time of their life there, but it's how they apply it afterwards. So we know that more of our graduates of SuperCamp do get into 4-year colleges and college in general, and that their grades do go up. And so there's that aspect of getting better grades, but it's also just learning how to learn so you can keep at it and be successful in each year as you progress.
But does it help? I mean, and again, I'm strictly thinking about my kids here, but let's say my son decides he wants to go to Wake Forest. If I send him to summer camp at Wake Forest, does the college appreciate the fact that my son was there? And do they therefore then get slightly preferential treatment?
Well, they like that they've come onto their campus, and campuses like us to have the SuperCamp program there because the students then get the experience of being there and know what it feels like, and a lot of them do apply to the universities that they go to.
Are we doing things right here in this country in general, Bobbi, education-wise? I mean, you've been an educator now going on 30 years as a part of this program. This program started in 1982. I mean, obviously you've seen a lot of changes. Do we need to change the way we do things from the elementary school level all the way up through college?
I believe we do. We have gotten such great results at SuperCamp, and we have over 55,000 graduates of the program now. And these graduates have gone out into schools, and schools have said, what happened to you, when the students come back after the summer? So for 20 years now, we've been invited into schools. So we do work with teachers in more effective teaching methods, as well as administrators, and do student programs right in schools that we call quantum learning. And it's all about that fun and engagement and connection to their subjects, because, you know, learning is so exciting. And for many students, they get in that trap of just standardized tests and rote memory and all these things. And when you go into classrooms, you see the difference. You know if the students are so stressed and, you know, for the tests that are coming up, or are they genuinely learning and excited about learning and learning more information and content and making connections and applying it. But that's where it's just so exciting.
Right, but $3,000 is a lot of money for 10 days anywhere in this economy. Are you finding that people are still willing to pony it up for their kids?
They are. You know, when the economy dropped last year, our enrollments did drop, but now they're coming back up again. So it did affect, because parents see this as a lifelong investment, and they are making it a priority in their life. You know, there was a principal once that was talking with a student, and the parent said, the principal suggested SuperCamp, and the parent said, you know, I can't really afford it right now because I'm saving up for college. And the principal told the parent, you know, well, I don't know if they're going to get in unless they go to SuperCamp. So it is making a big difference in students getting entrance into college and learning those skills, again, that they just love learning. And that's what we want to get, that the students just come from that place.
Is there a website people could check out?
Yes, it is. It's supercamp.com.
Oh, perfect.
And we have a lot of information, a lot of articles for parents and students as well on the website.
I'm going to check it out, that's for sure. Bobbi DePorter, co-founder and president of SuperCamp. Coming to us from San Francisco, but there's camps all over the United States. Check out the website.